Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of our Strahd Sundays. I am your host, DM Misha, and you are here for the second group of Strahd survivors for the night. This is Barovian Nights with our slightly more serious crew. And things definitely got serious last session because two of them almost died in like one hit each. They did manage to kill the specter after slipping in oil and holy water several times. And however, it left a majority of our party either wounded or near the cusp of total death. Um, so that was fun and lovely. We are going to break back in with the most grievously injured of our party, or should I say, most grievously reduced in strength of our party. Lucius, you have exactly 1 max HP. How you feeling, buddy?
Like death. I was gonna say, you said survivors. That's a bit of a stretch, I think.
Well, you're not completely dead yet. You could have been. You almost
You're
were.
right. Technically, I'm at full HP.
Yep. You just feel like you are quite ill. Uh,
Yeah, I was like
And
limping everywhere.
he would DM.
okay. What is this? That's weird. Okay, I'll fix that. So anywho, yeah. What's everybody up to now that the specter has officially popped like a bubble?
Sneezing. That's what I'm doing.
Bless you.
Lucius Curtis, that's what I said. Is like, guys, I think we might need to take a bit of a rest right now, or think of a plan before we go up higher.
Grayson's gonna be like, I am pretty sure we need to find somewhere a little safer with only 1 point of entry preferred. Not 3.
I
4?
personally just recommend boarding in the area we are currently at if we're concerned about continuing.
We could always-
Is everybody in this bedroom?
No, I am not.
Wilhelmina's
Okay.
currently on the staircase. Nocturna is over by the oil slick that you all created earlier. Lucius has been slammed into a balcony. Paige is next to the door where you heard noises. Lily and Grayson are over sort of in the corner of the room next to you, Gallon, who had previously been like prone on the floor. And if you stood up now, that would be okay.
Yeah, no. He's more so just like sitting up against the wall, like exhausted, pained, just
Since
drained.
he is the only one Lily can see at the moment who is grievously injured, because she can't see the people in the hall, she comes over and hands him that potion bottle that Jeannie gave her and said, "Give this to the person who is looking the worst." And so she hands it to him and walks away. It's like, here you go.
Did Lily ever get? Did Gallon ever get Lily's name?
I think so, because when they first came in, she was like, "I'm Lily."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lily's, yeah. Lily introduced herself to everybody.
She doesn't know everybody's name, but she she said her name.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lily. And just as a reminder, the token's deceiving. My character is like grays, like gray on the sides, slick back, greased hair, and older. Like he has gray stubbles. But he's gonna pop open that drinking that potion and down it because. Well, are we resting or?
Yeah, Nocturna appears to be breathing heavy and appears tired, and he says, "Now that we've had a bit of the rough and tumble, should we take a breather?"
Grayson's gonna clear his throat. He's like, I think the library might be the safest place. Be it if Lily doesn't read any books.
Why? I can read good books.
Yes.
There was that fun one with the dog man on the cover.
Does anyone have any objections to this?
Not at all. I need some respite as myself.
Grayson's gonna lean down and offer Galen a hand to help him up.
I suppose not. There really isn't any safe place in this house, so what we do know, I suppose, will suffice.
I think we should just like barricade ourselves in this room right here.
It has 4 points of entry.
The bedroom? I thought
Yes.
it was
Yes, it does.
It
It has
does.
4 points of entry. Grayson's like, this is the worst room to stay in.
But it's got a bed.
Galen will recap the potion he was just about to drink before having that moment of hesitation. Pocket it or strap it somewhere, and then grab Grayson's arm. Maybe next time, don't run off.
I told you all to run, and he'll yank Galen up to his feet, because I knew that would happen.
Like I had the fucking chance to.
Nocturna speaks up. I'd die for my god, but not like this. Set a guard and take turns?
Yes, let's go downstairs.
And Grayson will start heading towards the stairs to go downstairs, helping Galen walk if he needs help.
He can still walk, but he was just like drained. Like I don't think was there a physical wound on him?
Not a physical wound.
Can I look for anything that would assist us in boarding on the way to the library?
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check as you guys head downstairs towards the library.
In passing, Paige will take her last healing potion and kind of shove it into Lucius's hand and just say,
Be more careful.
You got it. Don't worry. Scared straight. Scared straight.
Good.
and then Nocturna also mentions, don't use the blankets in the house. Remember, it's the closet.
Is there anything worth boarding up
So
the
while
board?
So while you don't see anything on the way to the library, in the library itself, there is a very large, sturdy-looking desk that you could certainly use. There's 2 armchairs that you could use to board those doors. You might even be able to move these 2 freestanding bookcases over here, even though the other bookcases are built in the wall, but you'd probably have to remove a lot of the books first before you tried to move them.
She just like lies on the carpet and falls unconscious.
Okay.
Galen, or Grayson, oh my god. Grayson will go over to the desk and start dragging it towards the door.
Me and Austin are both confusing our characters for each other.
The G's, man, the G's.
GG. GG.
2
everybody.
syllables start with G, end with N.
Sage has 1 spell slot left, and with that 1 spell slot, she's gonna go ahead, walk over here, and actually, she's gonna go over here and tap Wilhelmina on the shoulder with the sharp claw and cast a sanctuary. And so she will be warded. You ward a. I'll just do this. There you go.
Are we missing a player character? I feel like we're missing a player character. Didn't we have 7 people in this group?
Nocturna's down here.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
7.
yeah, that's right. There, I thought
Yeah.
so.
Grayson is actually, he's gonna take the rope he has in his hand, out of his bag that he used earlier, and he's going to kind of like tie the door handles together, and then he's going to stretch the rope over to the bookcase and kind of just like pin the end of the rope underneath some books so that if the rope is pulled, the books fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I don't know, a makeshift alarm for the door if the door is messed with.
Very good. All right, I will take that into account.
I will take as long as a watch as I can. I will not sleep.
That's probably not a good idea. Since you're just starting out with Dungeons and Dragons, I'll let you know that if you guys don't take a long rest, or at least enough short rests so that it qualifies sort of as a long rest, within a certain like 24 to 48 hour period, you can get what's called points of exhaustion, which can stack up to 6 times and slowly depreciate your ability to do certain things like movement speed, or you start getting disadvantage on checks that you're making or stuff like that.
But like, hasn't it only been like 2 hours since we entered the house?
So it might have only been a couple hours since you entered the house. However, prior to that, you were traveling for most of the day.
Yeah, we didn't rest since we entered Barovia.
Yeah. You haven't rested since the night that you spent with the caravan.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
So it's been roughly about 6 to 8 hours, perhaps even more, since the last time that you rested. And while you probably won't get a point of exhaustion if you stay up right now, you don't know if you'll have an opportunity to actually get a rest later. And you may incur those points of exhaustion at some point if you do not rest.
Lucius is already asleep.
Yeah, for the
Paige will offer to keep watch, and you might remember that because she's not exactly human, doesn't technically need sleep, but does need at least 4 hours of fully aware state of rest period.
Mm-hmm. So if she gets 4 hours of that state of rest period, then she can just be the watch for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And I am going to be right back really quick because I hear my automatic water dish going off to say that it doesn't have enough water in it for the animals. So I will be right back.
Grayson is gonna offer to Paige to take first watch, and Paige can take second if they wish.
Very well. As you request. It gives me time to reset my faculties.
And then Paige will go and just kind of settle in the corner over here and cross her arms and settle down. She's still fairly close to the door in case something does happen, but you know.
If I must sleep, I will.
Gowan propped down onto the chair in the corner there and is just like nearly passing out, but like staying conscious just in case if he really needs to, until like everyone else starts going to sleep, and then falls into sleep, into a deep sleep himself.
Added character comment from Nocturna. We should rest. Nocturna's cloak doesn't smell like piss right now, and I can't guarantee that'll last.
That's my favorite thing about Nocturna. That is my favorite thing about Nocturna.
Oh, the smell of piss.
Nah. He's for once he's not piss boy. For once.
He is still wolf boy, but
Yeah, he's wolf boy. He's just not piss boy. We like our wolf boy. Yeah. Is everyone like? I see that Lily went to go to the books like immediately.
she doesn't look at the books, and she's also, you're gonna hear her talking, and basically telling a story of the day. You're gonna hear her over here kind of telling a story of the day. Like, so I met Jeannie, and she was really, really nice, and we were gonna look for Evangeline, and then we went to a house, and we met other people, and I blew up soup, and exploded, and I don't like acid breath. And then we went up in, I got some books, and we found a secret passage, and there's a book on top of this shelf that they said I'm not allowed to read, but I know it's still up there. And she's just gonna tell the story of the day.
He liked acid breath for like 5 minutes.
I don't like it.
Like, before the whole thing happened.
No. She liked the idea of acid breath. She did not like the acid breath itself.
I wanted it, and then I had it, and I did not want it again. I changed my mind. It's like how I used to like carrots, and then I ate a carrot, and now I don't like carrots. And I don't like salads anymore, and I don't like soup.
Yeah, I hate soup too. Lucius hates soup. He used to like soup, now he hates soup.
Soup's not that bad.
It's like when you're a kid and you're like, God damn, I can't wait to be an adult. And you're an adult and you're like, I want to go back. I want to go back.
The explosion of the soup knock out Gallon.
Yes, it did. That was a fact.
It wasn't the explosion of the soup, it was the soup smacked you upside the head.
Oh, that's right.
Grayson's, the soup isn't that bad, as long as you shove your bread in it.
And you try to throw it in the fire.
But
And
then
then
just
you hit it with
straight
a
up
rock.
whiff.
Yeah, it has to be a little extra well done.
I return.
Lily's in the
Welcome
corner
back.
telling Herman about her day.
Okay. Lily's in the corner telling Herman about her day.
Gallon's barely conscious in the chair that he's like stretched out in.
Okay, he's draped beautifully in the chair. Wilhelmina
Stoic.
is... Wilhelmina is in the other chair?
Yes, if I'm asleep, I will.
And Lucius is face first on the carpet. Paige is doing watch.
Grayson offered to take first watch.
Okay, Grayson's taking first watch, so Paige
For
is
at least
doing
4 hours.
their 4-hour meditation, and Nocturna is...
says brief prayer, uses his backpack as a pillow, and curls up in the corner to sleep. He's
Okey-doke.
exhausted.
Hold on one moment. I just gotta type something in Discord for that. And Corvin, if you can hear me, you're gonna need to look at your DMs in a second.
Lucius is very tired that he's like not moving around or snoring. He's just like, he basically looks dead.
Is that how I looked like last night in bed?
Yes. Well, no, it's more like how Patrick looked like.
Oh, but he was moving. Granted,
really?
dead as a door. No, he moved quite a bit. He did move quite a bit when we were still awake. He kept adjusting. He was sleeping restlessly.
Also, when no one's looking, Lily is going to grab that book from the top there that y'all hid from her and shove it in her bag so she can look at it later.
Oh,
no.
Sleight of hand, please.
Oh, no.
With advantage, because you're behind a bookcase.
Grayson is keeping watch. Grayson is keeping watch, and he's the one that told her not to.
Grayson's keeping watch on the door.
Oh, sorry guys, I tried.
Corby says, here I am literally at work just playing this. Unless an emergency happens, I'm free.
Oh. Grayson didn't see it.
Fucking hell, dude. The natural 2.
Lily, you have a book now that nobody wanted you to have, and you have hidden it inside your bag.
I don't
Poor
have
Lily.
a book. What are you talking about?
You don't have a book.
You don't got
Herman
nothing.
Herman has a book. You don't have
Herman
a book.
has a book. I got a book for Herman.
It's not for you, it's for Herman.
Out of game, I would like to know the name of the title of that book to see if it crosses games.
Hold on. I have it written down. Give me a second. I'll find it for you.
See if it crosses games.
Let's see here.
Because there's a handful of book titles thrown out in other games. A handful of them.
Let's see here.
Is it the Necronomicon?
Fur and Fang, Passion's Embrace.
It was in the other game. Nice.
Yeah, this one is the other volume of it. One of the volumes is in one universe and the other is in another. No one will ever know the full story.
Oh no.
Will Lady Marigold ever really embrace her inner bestial self and be with Reginald, the purebred Haversham?
God fucking damn it.
Or will the
Now we
jealous
got-
machinations of Count Van Dorschnick tear them apart?
Oh my god.
Guys, we have a new mission. Go to the other dimension
No.
so we can see how the story ends.
Or we can just find the author and ask him.
The author's in the second dimension.
Nocturna shivers at something before he falls asleep, pulling his shield closer. He mutters something in common. Faith is my shield, but faith is my shoe. He hopes he dreams of less furry-related erotica.
That's a lie. Everybody knows what you like, Corbin.
That did not come from Wolf Boy. Those words did not come from Wolf Boy.
Oh god, that's right.
Hand to God, they did. I'm just the scribe.
Question
Lily's
is,
gonna
who
curl
is
up on the
fur
rug
and
as
who's the
well.
fang?
With her dolly. And go to sleep.
I wish I had a
Tucking on
tail.
her sleeve.
Alrighty, so Grayson, go ahead and make, let's see, page cast Sanctuary, so that's good, and, alright, yeah, Grayson, go ahead and make a perception check for your watch. Very
that's
good.
a lot better.
Lovely. It's okay, you got it when it really counted. Preserving Lily's innocence is not that far on your to-do list. I'm sorry, preserving, what's-his-face's innocence isn't that far.
Herman.
Herman. I knew it was an H, I wanted to say Henry, and I knew that was not right. So yeah. So, for the next 4 hours, everything passes mostly well. Grayson, there is a brief moment when you're quite sure that you can hear some whispering at the door. But when you peer over top of the desk at the rope trap door handles and the stained glass windows that make up the entirety of the door from top to bottom, you don't see any shadows past it, even though you were quite certain that you heard soft whispers. When you strain your ears for them again, though, you can't hear a thing. Maybe it was just air passing through the door handles.
Man, this house is gonna make me crazy.
I want to say hour 3.5, Lucius just starts snoring very loudly.
Alright. That means
hit
that
that
the
REM
next
sleep.
perception check is going to be with disadvantage when it's Paige's turn to make watch.
Well, if it wakes Lily up, she's gonna kick him. She's gonna be like, damn it!
Oh shit, my 1 HP!
That's true.
So this is
She's
how
not
I
gonna kick
die.
hard, it's a child kicking at night. Come on.
Yeah, well, if it does more than 2 damage, he's automatically dead, no saving throws.
Corby said, my sound went out, gonna rejoin. I assume we already did that.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
I had
The
AFK
badoop
really
and the
quick, I'm
badoop.
sorry.
So he came back.
Alrighty, so, anywho, besides that weird whisper thing and Lucius's uproarious snoring, your watch passes pretty much okay, Grayson. And about the 4-hour mark, you feel like it's about enough time for Paige, and true to it, you hear a whir and a click. I love you too, Patrick. Off you go to bed. A whir and a click as she kind of comes back online. System booting up.
Welcome to the land of the living, Paige.
That's an oxymoron.
Out of character,
I haven't heard it.
out of character, I was gonna say, that's debatable.
Wait,
we lose a page?
They're muted.
I am muted. Woohoo. So, Paige is being woken up, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, Paige, she's not really asleep. She's just been kind of in rest mode, standby, occasionally she'd move once in a while to make, adjust something, or you'd hear this clicking, and then as soon as you approach her to switch watches, she stands up, and you hear this trilling deep within as if something's like recombining itself, and then she nods at Grayson and gestures with a sweeping arm towards the rest of the room.
Very well.
Wait. So no Windows setup noise?
There's that ba noise like in Wild
Yeah.
when he charges up.
All right. Well, with that, knowing that Paige is awake, he'll be like, "All right, I will take my, I guess, much needed rest of sorts. Feel free to wake me up if you are weary of anything." And he will walk over to the corner over here. He'll pull out his bedroll, and he kind of puts it down and folds it in half like a cushion on the ground, and then just sits on it, with his legs crossed, folds his hands together in his lap, and just closes his eyes.
Oh shit, we all have one of those, but no one was smart enough to use it.
More like everybody was too afraid after that one blanket started to strangle somebody.
So,
Wolf Boy is fine.
My dress is long enough. I'm fine.
I'm like right in front of the fire, I'm good.
rest well then, and try not to let the horrors of this land reach you beyond your slumber.
I don't dream.
You will
Normally,
hear.
yeah.
And then Paige is gonna take her watch. Part of it will be spent watching the door, although that has a rope on it, so more than likely she'll be watching over here and over here. And that makes me need to roll a perception.
So I don't have a bedroll. I just look through my inventory.
That's too bad.
You talking to me or to Jeannie? Because you said that as soon as she rolled.
Both is good. Anywho, so for the rest of this watch, which is gonna be about 6 more hours to give everybody a chance. Well, actually, no, about 4 more hours to give everybody a chance at a full long rest. You stand there, motionless, watching the door, click-clacking your head around at every little sound that you hear. With a 13, though, you don't hear much. There was one point where you thought that you heard a scraping at the window, but when you went over there to see what it was, you noticed that it was just a tree branch that was brushing against the windows. Something a lot more mundane than you had been thinking it would be. But then you notice there's no tree, and that the branch looks rather claw-like. But before you can think on it more, it retracts into the mists and is not seen again for the rest of the evening.
Paige just squints at the window and raises her own hand and just gives a little wave. And they look quite similar, given how long her fingers are and how sharp they are. Looks kind of similar, except if it was made out of shadows,
Paige feels a pang of nostalgia in her heart. In her gears.
Then Paige backs away from the window, head clicking around to make sure she doesn't step on anybody, and goes back to where she was.
And the rest of the evening passes relatively unscathed. And when everybody wakes up, they have all of their hit points back and all of their sorry, my brain died there a moment. All their hit points back and all their spell slots back. And Lucius, you're back at your maximum health, your previous maximum health once again.
Oh, so it's no longer one. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Nocturna twitches in his sleep, and his face briefly looks like pudding before reforming during the night.
Pudding man.
Pudding? What? It's nocturnal, right?
The only one who would notice that is Paige, and you only briefly see it with a 13.
Mm-hmm.
You're more like, was that? And then you click, click, click your head around to it again and look, but his face looks the same as it did before. You were just seeing things, probably.
Yeah, probably. And then, yeah, I guess. I guess Paige would have a decent account of time passing just by some sort of internal clock, and probably would guess when quote unquote morning would be, or at least when everybody might probably be rested. And at that point, she would go ahead and start waking people up, starting with Nocturna. Walk over and kind of give him a little nudge with her foot, and then walk over to Galen and do the same thing, kind of poke him in the knee with a finger, and Lucius is next, just steps on his tail lightly, and then
No, don't have one. Don't have one.
oh,
That's right, he's the other kind of dragonborn.
It's a
Oh,
phantom
gotcha.
tail.
steps on his leg. Like
He whispers
have
in
one
his sleep,
either.
I'm not into that.
And then Lily gets a gentle stroke of hair away from her cheek, and good morning. And then
Lucius gets up and is like, oh, she gets the nice one.
well,
And Lily goes, "Good morning."
If you would be so kind as to wake up the one behind you, Lily.
And then Paige goes over to Wilhelmina, last but not least, and gives her a gentle tap on the shoulder.
No, don't! Sorry. Never mind.
Lucius seems very concerned about the nightmare Wilhelmina just was clearly having, but decides to ignore it and goes to see how Lily is going to wake up Grayson.
He goes over and pokes him on the head and says, "Wake up! Wake up!"
He just slowly opens his eyes and he goes, "I was never asleep."
And Lily goes, sure," and walks away.
Who needs any other cute thing when you've got Lily?
Right?
And then Paige looks at Wilhelmina, and she just says,
Says, I was not offended, but neither do I pity you. Save no apologies for when they are required.
Whoa.
Wait,
That's
what?
Paige is hardcore.
Paige basically just said, you
Oh.
didn't offend me, but also, I don't give a shit. Say sorry when you mean it.
Oh shit, okay. Damn.
Paige only cares about kids, so.
Wait, who woke up Galen?
Paige did.
She
Oh, okay.
she kind of poked him in the knee.
Oh, in the knee? Okay.
And then Nocturna shivers and wakes up wordlessly. He lofts his pack up and yawns. Something tells him he might have too many weapons. Can he leave his mace behind and stick to the warhammer? I think
So-
it does more damage, if I recall, if two-handed.
So you don't have to leave things behind in order to keep them with you. Your gear would be set up in such a way that it's not detrimental for you to carry the things that are normal to you to use.
Mhm. That and if
You're
you
a
feel
short
you're
toasty and
overweighted-
bag of holding.
I mean, there will come
That's
a
my-
point where you'll either need a bag of holding or some kind of beast of burden to carry all your stuff, but you're only in starting gear at level 1. That point has not come yet.
That was my version of calling you a Swiss Army knife in fancy terms.
Plus, if you are starting to get overweighted, you could ask another party member who doesn't carry as much shit, like, I don't know, Paige.
No, not just have Lily carry it. The giant warhammer.
Yes.
Like, how adorable would that child be looking at with that giant hammer? Wouldn't that be so adorable?
Oh my god.
Is Lucius adopting a child?
Oh my god. Corby says, "Oh, thank you.
She is an
He'll
orphan.
Might as well
consider
make
it.
a
He'll
hammer then for
consider it.
now."
Grayson gets up and he nicely rolls up his bedroll and he puts it back on his backpack and he goes, "How did the rest of you floor sleepers sleep?"
Lucius starts like stretching and is like, I feel like $1,000,000. I feel so great right now. And then like he lifts up Lily and like puts him on his shoulder and like
He slept good, and so did, and she holds out her dolly.
See, sleeping on the carpet does wonders.
Gallon gets up from the chair as well. He's a little bit concerned with what Wilhelmina woke up with. And we'll walk over to them and be like, "Are you going to be good for today?"
Yes, no problem.
Alright then. If you say so. Still giving like kind of a not fully believing it glance, but we'll take it at face value.
Grayson walks over and he starts undoing his rope trap.
Lucius takes Lily on his shoulder and starts moving towards Grace, and it was like, oh, I didn't see you set that up. That's pretty smart.
Yes, Hunter must use his mind and be prepared for many eventualities.
This death has put me through the ringer. I found an opportunity to sleep. I took it.
He rolls his eyes and he goes, "Lucius, Dragon Boy, can you move the desk?"
Roll strength check.
Lily will help.
You don't have to roll a strength check for this. I let somebody else move it over there without having to do that. You don't have to do one to make it go away again. It has not welded itself to the floor.
I put Lily down so she could help me move the desk. I know I don't need the help, but it's important to do these things with kids.
Lily is not going to be much help. I'm just letting you know.
Lucius pretends to strain and have trouble moving the desk, but in reality he's moving it easily with no problem. And Lily is just he's just making Lily think that she's the one moving the whole entire desk.
Exactly.
Don't break it. Nocturnus snickers at the Dragonborn.
Considering he drop kicked the front door into the house.
That's alright, the door's fine.
I tackled it. It was a shoulder check. There's a difference.
Cool.
I can't. I keep thinking you drop kicked the door.
Somebody kicked a door in.
I was gonna say somebody kicked a door.
Oh, never mind. I did drop kick the door.
Yeah, no, you went like you charged, jump, and just drop kick the door.
But it's okay. It put itself back together.
I think you kicked one of the doors and then, ran through
the door was
door.
open already, so the door just swung open and all your body weight went through it, I thought. Or someone tried to kick open the door, but it was already open.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn that was Wilhelmina with fake kids.
It was all me. Nope. I didn't touch a door.
Doors? What's that? It's okay. They'll get their revenge eventually.
The fake kids?
The doors.
The doors.
The doors. Oh, god damn it. Wilhelmina, we're in trouble.
Wilhelmina's gonna get her revenge too. Just wait.
So everyone ready to exit the room and re-go back to where we were?
Let's go.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
I like the scrub voice you're doing now.
He's to stretch now that he feels really good.
It would be more advisable than staying here.
Alright, let's go. Back to the third floor, was it?
Don't worry, I'll have a squeaky voice for next session.
Oh my god.
Considering I change it every goddamn session.
It's true. Alright, so you guys head back up to the 3rd floor. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Everybody?
Which
Uh-huh.
means you gotta roll it for me.
Perception.
Uh,
Page doesn't see shit.
Are you preferring the digital dice, Lewis? I got a handful of dice.
Whatever you normally use.
Don't forget Nocturna.
Alright, I will roll 2 real dice for you. You will be my red die, I'll be my purple die.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled a natural 3. For
You know what? You know what? Perception was never Lucius's thing. In fact, I think
4. No, you got. Oh, you're proficient with a +1 in perception.
Okay, so I got a 4. Okay. I was gonna say I thought I had a minus, but then I just remembered. No, I have a +1. All my rolls are just shit.
Yeah. No, if you weren't proficient, you would have had a minus. Meanwhile, Gowan has a 15.
And could we get a roll for Nocturna, please?
Yes, yes. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum,
Thank you
bum.
kindly.
Not token settings, damn it. You know what? If you're voicing them, I should just let you control them too for right now. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I mean, sure.
Edit.
It
And
would
play
cut out the middleman,
journal.
technically.
Exactly. Page. And I will switch these back at the next session so that nobody can change your shit.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
I'm just writing obscenities in
No,
Lucius's
top of your
character sheet
sheet.
everywhere.
That sounds about right. That sounds pretty kosher.
Mm,
There we go.
Okay, no, but you have to make sure there's a lot of spelling mistakes.
Yes.
It's part of the character.
Holy shit, Nocturna.
Nocturna's good. Alright.
Isn't that
So
your roll nat 20?
Lily, Gallon, and Nocturna. All 3 of you notice as you come up onto the landing here that the hole in the wall that Lucius's sword had made that one time that allowed you to discover the location of the secret staircase that was over there is gone. The banister doesn't look cracked anymore. The armor from the creature that you had slain, the construct that had been attacking you, is completely gone.
Oh, thank God.
And there's no oil on the floor anymore.
Nor is it in my hands.
Lily goes, I think someone cleaned while we were sleeping.
Now, granted,
Ah.
everything still looks pretty decrepit and dust covered and cobweb covered, but those things I mentioned are all gone.
But they didn't dust.
That would suggest that this house does indeed have some reach to this level, although it doesn't seem to wish to disguise it as it would the lower floors.
I don't know. When we were leaving the dining room, it reformed itself just as I was leaving. Right before everything started to act on its own.
That actually is the first time you ever brought this up. So,
No, it is. It is. I'm aware of that.
so we're like, oh great, everything resets. So now this house is more dangerous than we thought it was.
Now, while that is the first time that Lucius brought it up, Wilhelmina had mentioned that the door reformed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good to know now, I suppose. At least we know where the door is.
And with that, Paige is gonna try and tear the door open again. Or
You know,
tear the wallpaper away.
After yesterday, Gallon's not opening doors first anymore.
So it doesn't take you much effort at all to locate where the secret door had been again and to rip it open, simply because you know where it's at. You have no problem locating and prizing it open. And there's the darkened staircase once more.
Are we ascending or are we exploring the rest of this floor as you were so insistent upon doing? For the
You
other
say that as
floors?
Grayson just walks by you into the room that had the spectre in it and heads for the other door.
And Lily says, well, what if Evangeline is in here?
Well, didn't we go? Didn't I go through the little passageway and there was like not anything in there last time?
There was stairs going up.
Stairs going up. 2 sets of
Yeah,
stairs going up.
Lily makes a point, and Paige is gonna try and open this door.
Grayson's gonna try and open the other.
Okay, we're gonna cover one at a time. First, Grayson's door.
Yes.
So Grayson, you open this door to reveal what looks like a small nursery. In the center of it is a beautifully carved wooden cradle made of black lacquered wood with a gentle drape over it that flutters in a non-existent wind. The cradle is rocking slowly from side to side.
Oh no.
There are several small toys on the ground, a couple of old-looking dolls, a rocking chair in the corner, all covered by a thick layer of dust. Make a perception check, Grayson.
I don't like
Grayson?
Nocturna
As you take this sight in before you, you hear from the cradle a rustle of movement and a small, pitiful
Demon baby.
Baby, he's gonna take out oh no, he gave away his dagger. He's gonna take out the short sword.
And kill baby Hitler.
Only you let Lily keep the sword.
Nocturna and Paige, can you both also make perception checks? You're close enough that you might be able to hear the cry if you're perceptive enough. Lucius and Lily are just out of range, being able to hear it because it's a very weak cry.
Okay, Paige and Nocturna.
Nocturna hears it. Paige, you do not.
Yeah, and
You're more
Nocturna keeps. Sorry, Nocturna keeps quiet, hand gripped tightly on his stolen hammer. The house will not retake it, and he might need to smash some creepies.
I believe that was before the perception on baby.
Yes, it was definitely before the perception of the. Excuse me, baby. But yeah, Nocturna, you hear the soft crying too from the room that Grayson is currently gripping his short sword and looking like he's about to move into. And while we await Nocturna's response to that, since Paige, you did not hear it, and these things are happening simultaneously, you move to open that door right there, and it reveals what looks like a small broom closet. There are several shelves of what look like long desiccated sheets and towels lining it, what might be cleaning products along them, and other items just stacked neatly on the.
Did you cut out?
Me? Can you hear me?
I can hear her.
you.
I can hear.
Broom closet with decrepit shit in there.
Yep, broom
In
closet
short?
with decrepit sheets and towels and other items. The shelves are lined with a number of items in there, some of which may or may not be useful to you. There's a bucket of water and what looks, well, a bucket that may have once contained water, and what looks like a broom at the far side of the small broom closet.
Okay. Without entering the room first, Paige is gonna try to perceive if there's been any recent movement in here, like mimic activity, cough cough.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. Probably won't help me, but anyway. Never mind.
It's
Yeah,
fine. Nothing's
Lily's
moved in
like-
there.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, looks
Lily's-
totally fine.
Lily looks and says, "Remember, Nocturna said be careful of blankets."
There are a lot of sheets in there.
There are a lot of sheep in here. Paige is gonna yeah, you know what? Paige is gonna step inside the room, but probably Lily would notice, and not Lily, Nocturna, and Lucius would notice. As Paige does step into the room, she opens her mouth, and then it sort of clicks, and then it opens a little wider, and then it clicks, and it opens even wider until her jaw is practically touching her clavicle, and you just see this like almost hose-like tongue slither out and like point as if preparing to do something. It looks really fucking weird, but then she goes into the room and starts investigating.
All right, and we're gonna pause you there for a second. Looks like Corvin's still typing, so I'm not sure his reaction for the crying baby yet. But Grayson, we're switching back to you. You're gripping your short sword. You hear the soft cries of the child. What are you doing?
Grayson is going to slowly move to the lovely cradle to pull back the blanket and get ready to stab a thing.
Okay. All right. You move into the room. You grip the gossamer curtain that's fluttering over the slowly rocking cradle. And you draw back your short sword, getting ready to, and I quote, stab a thing. While you are doing that, let's switch back to the rest of the party for a second. Galen, Wilhelmina, and Lucius, and Lily, what are you guys doing?
Lily's looking in at Paige behind the as they come in, but then also saw Grayson walk in that door, and so Lily's gonna be nosy and peek through this door as well.
So Lily runs
Lucius
off.
is gonna like follow after her.
Lucius, who has deemed himself sole Lily protector, follows after. I feel like there's going to be a turf war between Paige and Lucius at some point.
Why can't I
No,
have
it's
a
just
mommy
like-
and daddy?
Yeah, because Lucius likes kids and he wants to make sure they're safe.
That makes sense why he was sticking around Wilhelmina taking care of the kids in the caravan then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like he has a thing like he wants to make sure they're safe. Is the thing.
We have
And,
a
like-
action.
You were saying, voice of Nocturna?
Nocturna shivers at the child crying. He grips the handle of his hammer tightly once more. He'd speak up. I don't want to be that guy, but if anything infantile attacks us, we're not gonna hesitate, right? This house is playing tricks on our minds.
Grayson will reply to him and be like, I will stab a baby if I have to.
See, I told you, Vaughn, that if an opportunity to kill baby Hitler arose, we would take the opportunity immediately without hesitation. Austin
Which means,
is
does that
just-
mean you guys are more evil than Deadpool?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah, Deadpool didn't do it. Deadpool didn't do it.
Deadpool has no foresight to future at all. We are a lot more
He's
practical.
But he is aware. He knows what Hitler
He's
does.
a true
Does he care,
neutral
though?
bastard.
Yeah, the question is, does he
I don't-
care
I don't
enough?
know how I feel about because Lucius likes kids, so I don't think he would stab a baby.
That's
Would you stab a baby? That is the question we are determining on this stream tonight.
Grayson has already proven the answer is yes. Anyway, Wilhelmina, what are you doing?
I would like to look if there is anything coming from the other direction. The stairs or the empty hallway.
All right, so you're kind of standing post as guard, looking around there, gripping your weapon. Go ahead and roll perception for me on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Salud.
Thank you.
All right,
Uh,
so you're
my
looking
spy.
around. I will keep that roll in mind. You do not currently see anything sneaking up upon you. I will keep in mind that you are posting sort of as guard and kind of looking to make sure nothing's sneaking up behind you. Gallon, what you doing?
Earlier, he just had a weird kind of, I guess, shiver down his spine of there being too close to the staircase. So he went a little bit further away from the edge of the staircase, a little bit more so towards the railing there, or banister. He'll also step up just a bit to be within line of sight of really anything happening, but being significantly more cautious than he was the day before.
All right. So, with that being said, Grayson, you step up to the cradle, you move aside the drapery, and peer into it, into the darkened cradle that is rocking by itself to find the source of the soft, weak cries. And you do see a small, baby-like bundle that is wrapped in black swaddling clothes, wriggling slightly inside of the cradle.
Do I see a face, or is it just a bundle?
So it's currently just a bundle. You can't really see the face of the child as they appear to be draped completely in this black swaddling clothes. You can make out a vaguely humanoid form.
With my free hand that's not getting prepared to stab a baby, I will pull back the cloth to try and see if there's actually something in the swaddle.
All right.
Can Lucius try to convince Grayson not to stab a baby?
Do you know that he's about to stab a baby? Yes, I think you do. I mean, what are you going to say to try and dissuade him from this?
I was gonna say, so it doesn't look like there's anything malicious coming from the room. At the very least, don't you think we should leave it?
No. Dead
Leave
baby.
the baby?
What if we take the baby with us?
No. Dead baby.
You just hear a series of clicks as Paige's head appears around the corner.
I'm sorry. What?
Hold on, Paige. Not so much yet.
Yes.
Not so much yet. You're about to do a thing. But anyway,
I like
Grayson,
that.
you reach out
We
with
don't-
your hand as you and Lucius are having this conversation.
About not stabbing babies.
About not stabbing babies. And you reach out and you grasp the wriggling bundle and start pulling the cloth away, and pulling, and pulling, and pulling until you've got a length of black swaddling cloth in your hand. The cradle stops rocking. There is nothing within. The cries fade away.
Okay. I'll throw the blanket back and walk out of the room.
It is at that point, when the cradle stops rocking and you're about to throw the blanket away, that Paige, as you are looking through the room here, and kind of investigating it, looking for Evangeline or any clues on things that may assist you in this place, that as you step towards the back of it, the broom springs to life and proceeds to attempt to attack you.
Oh,
Ooh, a
delightful.
Fantasia broom.
Paige is gonna go ahead and unleash her reaction that she had been preparing due to what Lily said, and she's gonna this that.
All right. Let's see here. Dexterity saving throw. Ooh, they did not make it. Go ahead and roll the it's at the
2d4?
start of each turn. Okay.
Yee.
Okay. Well, I would say this counts as the start of its turn because it's attacking you, so roll 2d4.
Do. Slash roll 2d4. Give your critical fail.
right, so the broom is gonna take 3 damage, but just out of curiosity, do an 18 and a 22 hit?
Let's see. Yes, they do.
Both of them?
Yep.
Cool. You're gonna take 13 bludgeoning damage.
That's one
Cool.
powerful
I
broom.
don't have that many.
Uh-huh. So you just hear a whoomp whoomp as at the same time as Paige is getting walloped into unconsciousness, a stream of acid goes off and covers the broom that is attacking her. And then the broom falls to the ground inanimate as soon as she is rendered unconscious. Can I get Nocturna and Gallon and Wilhelmina was watching the stairs. So Gallon and Nocturna to roll a perception check so they can see if they saw the attack happen or if they were too focused on the crying baby room.
Yes. Nocturna said, "Be right back, emerging." By the way, so they are.
Aside from Nocturna, would we be aware of the crying baby room?
Yeah, Nocturna said something about it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Really fast, I want to talk to Grayson real fast. I'm like, see, you didn't have to stab the baby. It was a ghost baby. The baby was already dead.
Oh,
No
I
one
rolled
needs
good.
to stab a baby.
No stabbing needed.
No one needs to stab a baby.
And Lily was bored with the whole baby thing, so she's just looking at herself in the mirror.
My dress is so pretty.
She's part of 2 people arguing if they need to stab a baby.
And this was the serious
to get
one.
more of Lily's backstory.
Alright, so both Gallon and Nocturna saw the broom basically beat Paige into a pile of Tinker toys on the ground.
Nocturna is not
does potions work on
here,
Paige?
so I'm not gonna.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Nocturna is not currently here, so I'm gonna not do anything with Nocturna. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Can you transcribe to them in the channel what happened, though, so that they won't miss it?
Yes, I am
They
transcribing
have
everything
it.
that's happened.
Okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah, Kitty
Felix
friend,
is on
Lindsay?
top of that shit.
Mama doesn't realize that Kira no longer is at the house.
Aw, poor kitty. I love how you've become a cat person instead of a dog person.
Who?
She's
Hey,
a
you
cat
never
and dog
know.
person.
Wilhelmina's player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used to be all about her Shiba Inu, and now she's all about 3 cats that she found in her garage.
Aw.
No, the cats moved in.
True.
Yes, and my dog was kidnapped.
True. But if you had to choose,
Wait, what?
who's winning?
Kidnapped.
By her father.
By her father. It's fine. He's allowed to kidnap the dog. It's like if
he loves the dog as much as she does.
it's like if Austin's parents decided to kidnap the dog. It would get nothing but love.
I think Austin would still be annoyed that Libby's missing.
Yeah, well that's because Libby's awesome.
She is awesome.
Alright, so both Gallon and Nocturna saw Paige get half beat to death by a broom. Gallon, what you doing?
I'm acting first. Oh, that's right. Because yeah.
You're not in initiative. You're not in initiative. The broom fell completely dormant as soon as it made Paige unconscious.
So I'd say as soon, because I'm pretty sure that he's aware Grayson's the one that went like out of eye contact of everybody or most people. Gallon probably instinctively would have either just shouted. Yeah, shout would be sufficient enough. Enemy contact, like as the attacks were being made.
Oh, okay.
As the attacks are being made, just say, enemy contact. Alright, sorry. I know. Shit. I
that's
don't
great.
know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck. I don't know what to do right now.
No. I got you. I got you. So Lucius hears enemy contact and stops arguing about dead babies. Run to see what's going on.
You just see Paige pass the fuck out in a closet with a pool of acid in front of her.
And speaking of, go ahead and make me a death saving throw, Paige.
I sure will.
And also
So wait,
roll me
potions
2.
work on Paige, right?
Due to acid.
I don't know if they do or not. Anyway, do 2 more d.
Haha!
Whoa, yeah. So that's 2 successful death saves right there. You can
Oh, wait,
hear
that's-
booting up
Oh,
noise.
okay. Wait, I thought 20 means they get 1 HP back.
Nope.
No, 20 means 2 successful death saving throws in a row.
Does it?
It
I thought-
does.
I'll take either. I don't care. I'm not greedy.
Yeah,
I just don't
no.
want to die.
Rules as written are it's 2 successful death saves if you roll a nat 20.
Yeah, I know. I thought this was like a thing. I'm sorry to question this, but it is an unconscious character that I'm
If they
questioning.
already had 2 successful death saves and then they rolled a nat 20, I would probably give them an HP. I would probably give them an HP back. But this is only their first roll, so they've still got 1 more death save before they're stabilized. Anyway,
D&D beyond this. Sorry.
have fun with that. Anyway, that's my ruling. But
Okay,
anywho,
that's your ruling. I'll end it there.
Thank you.
That's your ruling. Okay.
So please roll me 2 more d4s of acid damage, please.
She's in acid. I didn't realize that.
No,
Sorry.
she
No,
is
Broom
not
is.
in acid. The broom is in
Broom.
acid.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh dang, that's 6 damage plus the 3 from before. That's 9 damage. Who's ever standing right there? That would be Nocturna, Gallon, and maybe Lucius can sort of see, and Wilhelmina if she's turned around. See the broom that is on the ground next to Paige twitch wildly for a moment and then fall still again.
I think we
Seeing-
figured out what kicked her ass.
No shit. Seeing that no one's really reacting yet, Gown's gonna fucking hell, and then step in there to drag Paige out.
As you step,
Lucius will help.
right,
Good luck. She's heavier than she looks.
as you step to about there, Gallon, the broom springs to life and proceeds to attack you. 1, 2. Holy fuck! Does a 20 and a 24 hit?
Doesn't he have to? Oh wait, yeah, it's a different system. Yeah, they both fucking hit.
So that's gonna be 12 points of damage.
Okay. Is this worth to use my ability?
We're gonna have to go back to the library again.
No. We thought the ghost was bad, and the broom is our rival this entire time. What wins, an party adventure or a single
The
broom?
evil broom.
Fucking hell.
As Gallon's getting his ass beat, Lucius pull out a
I will
crossbow.
roll my charisma. So, what was separate damages? Because it
It
matters.
was 6 and 6.
6 and 6. Okay, so then 3.
Hooray.
Okay, I gotta look at my ability because I'm deciding to use it. 5 plus damage taken, so 11, and my save is a +5. And I roll. I fail. I go unconscious. I rolled a 10 on my charisma save.
No.
Alrighty, so you are unconscious, not dead, just unconscious, just like Paige, and the broom goes dormant again. Alrighty, Lucius, you were about to step in there too. What are you doing? You just saw Gallon get
He
beaten to
pulls out
unconsciousness by a broom.
his heavy crossbow.
Can,
and he-
can I
You
involve
saw what that-
myself?
You may involve yourself, Wilhelmina. Yes.
Can I cast Sanctuary on him?
Hold on one moment. Let me look at your sanctuary spell. I think that one is one that
It's
takes a
30
little bit of
feet.
time. Yeah.
If I'm not
Bonus action.
Bonus action.
Bonus action, 30 feet. Word a creature against attack. Oh, whoa, no. Hold on. No need to do it.
No, I put the description in so everybody could read.
Okie dokie.
Don't worry,
I got my
team.
spell
I
too.
will defeat
All
our
right.
arch nemesis of Broom.
You cast sanctuary on Lucius.
Okay,
Lucius,
thanks.
you said you were reaching in to grab Gallon and you said you were reaching to grab your crossbow.
Yeah, Lucius is just gonna, because he saw what the Broom did to Gallon. He saw the ass kicking that it unleashed. So he pulls out his crossbow and he's like, well, time to shoot at it until it dies.
All right, you can go ahead and make an attack. It will be with disadvantage though, as the broom is prone.
Let me shoot at a Broom on the floor.
And the only person who knows what's happening is Nocturna and Lucius. And Nocturna's not here, so Lucius just looks like he's attacking a fucking broom.
I don't know. Wilhelmina knows too.
I also shouted out enemy contact.
Yeah.
Lily
but-
didn't understand what that meant, but then she saw you go into the closet and see Lucius firing into the closet, and is like, "What is happening?"
I'm like a giant scum.
So
Just pass out the doorway.
Wait,
Just
hey,
Did you
Gallon,
roll
you're
for
gonna.
that?
Gallon, you're gonna.
My bad.
Yeah, you're gonna need to roll that attack for Lucius.
Yes.
Heavy crossbow.
Attack roll, heavy crossbow. That's a +4 to hit. Oh, wait, advantage?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. That's probably gonna be the roll I take. Yeah. That was a natural 2 for a 6.
Yeah, no, that does not hit, surprisingly. Alrighty. And at this time, Paige, please make me a death saving throw. Gallon, make me a death saving throw. And roll 2d4, Paige, for the broom's acid.
Death save. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank God that was not a natural 1.
Paige is stabilized. Still unconscious,
Yeah.
but stabilized. Not going to shut down completely forever.
Oh.
Gallon did literally barely avoided a natural 1 with a natural 2.
How is the ghost doing less damage than the Broom?
Grayson is going to come over with his shield in his hand, and he's gonna ask Lucius to step back so he can enter the room, and he's going to use his shield like a riot shield.
Alright, so here's what happens. As you squeeze in past Lucius to try and enter the room. And you
I asked Lucius to step back so I can enter the room.
Okay. So Lucius, do you step back so he can enter the room?
Lucius steps back, but he still has he's still trying to aim with his crossbow.
So as you step back and out of the way so that Grayson can step into your spot and move into the room, Lucius, Nocturne, and Wilhelmina, you all see as the broom twitches one final time on the ground before acid consumes it completely, and it's nothing but a sizzling puddle on the floor, not even visible as a broom anymore. So as Grayson, you step into place with your shield and look into the room, all you see in there is an unconscious Paige and Gallon with a pool of acid just beyond Paige on the ground, and no visual discernation of what caused this.
He's gonna lower his shield and he's gonna be like, "What were you fighting? Air?"
Lucius kind of sees the broomstick dissipate and is like, that did more damage than the ghost did. Fuck, how did we get our asses kicked by a broom? How did we get our asses kicked by a broomstick? This is where the PTSD starts.
Unconscious Gallon is trying to project his whatever, if there's a thought process in his mind. Just trying to project it to Lucius to lie.
Harvey says, feel free to have Nocturna provide support and attached and attacks and heals as needed. I'm sorry, this will take a minute.
Okie dokie.
We're kind of out of combat now, but cool.
Oh, as far as we know.
Not Galen Grayson thinks the party's insane, yes.
Lucius takes out the potion that Paige gave him but didn't use. He's gonna use it on Gallant.
Okay, so Galen, roll for the healing from the potion, and yeah.
Person's just gonna walk away.
Lucius is
Wait.
gonna try to help up his friends.
Who's rolling? Am I?
No,
No,
you're,
no,
Galen's supposed to be rolling to get his health back from the potion.
So I would have used the potion on you, but we weren't sure if it would work. You know, you being an automaton and such.
Yeah,
So-
no. I get it.
Spoiler
What is
alert.
the potion of healing?
Say what?
What's the potion of healing roll?
I believe it's
2d4
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
I'll just break out the... I'm rolling that, right?
Yup.
Yep, you're rolling.
Yep.
Okay, sorry about that.
You good.
These pyramid dice are kind of hard to pick up.
Sweet pointy caltrops.
Oh yeah, who wants the
That big-
weird dice I found?
Which weird?
Oh,
no.
yeah!
No, thank you. I'm good.
Max healing 10.
Woo!
Sweet. So you now are back to full. Go you. You just sit up like, what the fuck happened?
Lucius will
Alright,
never let Gallant live this down.
You wake up with with yourself tenderly embraced in the arms of Lucius as he gently tips your head back and pours the potion betwixt your lips.
And
That's
Lily
funny
tries
because
to,
my
like-
max HP is 9. That potion healed more than 9.
Yeah,
You
put that in your
you
temporary
only
hit
have
points.
9 health. You don't get temporary hit points from a potion.
No!
Oh shit!
Lily tries
Oh.
to climb through and is like, Genie!
Genie's still unconscious.
She is
And
still
is-
unconscious.
And is trying to heal her with no skill at all because she has nothing to help with, but she's trying.
She's done with her saving throws, right? She passed them all?
Oh yeah, I'm just unconscious still.
Yep.
So-
I will attempt to pick her up. I know she did say she is heavy, though.
So you can roll a strength check to pick her up, and Wilhelmina, you're trying to do something. What are you trying to do?
I am trying to help Paige through
Okay.
tinkering.
All right. So as Lucius, roll that strength save to see if you can bring her out for Wilhelmina to take a look at. So she can...
Lily's gonna help
roll that
Lucius
for me, please.
because Lucius had a hard time with the desk. Lily's
Yeah.
gonna help with this.
Lucius did have a hard time with the desk.
Billy picks up Paige's hand.
That's gonna be you, Galen. You gotta roll that strength check for Lucius.
Yep, sorry. I was trying to figure something out because I was... Yeah, okay. Strength check. Just strength or strength? Yeah, strength check. That is a +3. That is a 16 total.
Woo!
Okie dokie. Yep. So Lucius, you pick up the body of Paige. Lily helps with a hand, and I helped. And you bring her out to Wilhelmina, and you gently set her on the floor for Wilhelmina to take a look at. Wilhelmina, please go ahead and roll me Arcana. Arcana with advantage with your magical tinkering.
I don't know how to do advantage.
Just
You
roll it.
already did. You just rolled the regular
Thank you.
roll, and then you get to take the biggest number, which is a 21.
Okay.
So you see Wilhelmina start to work on Paige. Wilhelmina, you're not familiar with exactly what makes Paige tick completely, but you have met her once or twice before, upon occasion. Sorry, no, that's Lily that you've met before. My brain died.
Mhm.
Okay.
She's basically she's covered in what looks like porcelain, much of it cracked in places, but underneath that, she's pretty much a regular warforged, just built in with more of a slim, dainty sort of build. But all the pieces are pretty much in the same spots they should be.
Okay, so you'd be generally familiar with the systems we're looking at here. It's just a little bit more decorative than you're used to. It doesn't
Jack
take
of all trades as well.
it doesn't take you long to pull out the appropriate panels to see where the broom may have damaged her systems. It takes you a little bit to bend some of the gears back into place properly, and you're kind of hand cranking them with your other hand while you're doing it, just to make sure that they don't start going unconscious again and have to keep making death saving throws. And you manage to reconfigure the gears properly, and you gently snap the casing back over it, and then you kind of, as one would a misbehaving Coke machine, give her a little smack on the side of the face to recalibrate. You hear a little beep bop boop, and then you are now conscious again, Paige. And go ahead and I think this would act more like a healing potion for you, her magical tinkering. So go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2. You have 9
Nice.
health.
That's exactly as much health as I have.
See, brooms can't keep you down.
So, Lucius goes to Paige and kind of does what she did at the start of the session and be like, "You gotta be more careful." As kind of like trying to be cute banter.
Paige just click, 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 and looks up at Lucius and says,
Yes, that would be advisable.
Lucius is getting kind of that as successful flirting.
Are you flirting?
Getting along.
Are you flirting with the only creature in this party without genitals?
Without the bits. No, wait. Misha, you are forgetting something.
What?
Sex dolls exist. Sorry.
No.
I'm not saying Paige is one.
This is a nanny model. Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying Paige was one.
This is not Chobits, people, okay?
Oh, I forgot. Oh, damn. Lucius is trying to live out showbiz.
I may possess beauty.
But that is not my primary function.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Gallon was so surprised, his accent, his voice changed. And was like ready to cast a spell on you.
Lucius helps Paige and just
Paige will accept the handoff, but she kind of dusts herself off, brushes her arm off, and a couple chips of porcelain fall to the ground. She just stares down and just, oh. Oh, God. And then she's gonna, thank you for your assistance. I will be more careful in the future.
Yep, successful flirting.
oh my god.
Lucius doesn't say that out loud.
I hope not.
He just thinks. And he's like, alright,
We need to take him to some kind of seminar, how to talk to girls without having to make death saving throws.
What in the Joaquin was that? Yes, I searched deities.
Oh my god. Alright, so, the two rooms had, which tries to ignore everything, get back on track. So the two rooms had a dead baby that, Grayson was trying to kill again, and a broom that downed 2 party members.
At least they're up now.
Gallon begins casting a spell. He reaches into a pouch on his belt, grabs a leather strip from it, and ties the leather strip around a loop that is on his coat, and effectively casts mage armor.
Alrighty, you've got mage armor now on you. My party, what are we doing after that lovely escapade?
Grayson is just heading on over to the next door.
Alright.
Didn't we check that door already?
Nope.
Alright.
Mage armor will last for the next 8 hours.
Paige is gonna follow.
Alright, so there are 2 doors over here. One is a large set of double doors with beautiful kind of stained glass windows near the top of them that look like 2 beautiful vines entwining with one another, and the other one is a more simple door, a small one. Which one are we going for?
I'm going for this one, the small
Okay.
door.
Paige will go for this one, but she will wait until he's done with that one.
We've all learned the folly of doing 2 doors at once, I suppose.
Yes, yes we did.
Do we want to move Nocturna closer to the party?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
I don't know. After what he saw, I'm not sure if he'd want to get any closer.
Nocturna kind of settles by the banter and folds his arms, gripping the warhammer still.
And right now, Galen is like has his hand like constantly just preparing this weird spell. Like it's a cantrip, but he's just constantly like having it prepared and it fizzles and recasting it to be prepared and fizzles. So it's ready. Essentially, mind sliver.
Lily sees this and gets her magic rock ready with her sling.
Alright. So Grayson, you reach out and you grip the door handle. The metal feels cool beneath your palm, almost ice cold as you turn the handle and open the door with a... Within, you see the room is a little bit dark. It looks like it might be a bathroom. There is a small stove in the corner, cold, where one might heat up the water. What looks like it might be a chamber pot with appropriate piping leading to the outside, and a large bathtub. You can hear a drip, drip, drip from the bathtub, and it is then you notice that it is overflowing a little bit onto the floor. As you squint your eyes and they adjust to the dimness, you notice that the liquid on the floor is not the clear of water. It's a dark, muddy red. And then you notice the entire bathtub is filled with blood. And as you watch, a large bubble forms on the surface and pops. And from it, you can see reaching up and out a long, thin, red arm, fingers grasping towards the edge of the tub, slowly starting to pull more of itself out.
Thanks, I hate
it. Can Grayson roll some sort of check to see if he recognizes what's coming out of that tub?
Yup, so that's going to be a survival check with advantage for you.
Oh, I don't like these digital dice.
So there are several different things that could be. None of the things that you're thinking of that it could possibly be are in any way good for your health. It could be a ghost that died in this room, and this is just how it manifests itself. It could be another specter. It could be just a regular haunt that's a part of this room from some horrible event that happened there. It could be a vampire spawn. It could be a lot of things. As all as all of these are racing through your mind, you see a second arm extend from the pool. And
Yep,
a
nope.
third.
He
And a
closes the
fourth.
door. Closes the door.
Now the question is, was it like one left arm, one right arm, or like two right arms, two left arms? Like, that's the question.
For some reason, I think it's more unsettling if it's like two left arms.
And that's
They
why I
were
want to
all
know.
lefts. All of them were lefts. Just all left arms.
And another left arm. Okay.
Grayson
It's
closes
kind
the
of
door.
unlikely. Lefts are non-dominant.
All Lily
So,
and Paige
10%.
saw was Grayson open the door, stare inside for maybe like 30 seconds, maybe less, and then quickly shut it.
He's gonna be as he closes the door. He goes, "I don't want to fight anything that has that many arms."
Can
Is it the spider lady? You guys were looking for one earlier. She remembered Spider Lady.
I don't think so. That didn't look like a spider.
Can everybody go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Rob, if you would please.
Yep, I'm on it this time.
I'm gonna put this in. Let's see.
Oh, well, Gowan don't see fuck all shit on a natural one.
I'm gonna put this in recap Barovian Nights because I don't want to freak anybody out that's not in there. But this is what I imagine it is. Like what's in there from Crimson Peak. Do you ever watch that movie?
Is that the one with the two
God,
incest people?
God.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's probably what's in there.
No, I just checked it too. I'm like, oh god. No wonder he closed the door.
Just wait till you see the front of it. Ta-da!
Oh man, I gotta see this.
Oh, wait,
Stop
this looks
loading.
familiar. Wait, I have not seen this, but this looks so familiar.
Loki's in it.
That's because this is the same actress that plays the ghost in Mama and plays basically every skinny ass ghost that you've ever seen. She's a fantastic horror.
How old? Like 10,
came-
20 years ago?
It's not
Crimson
that
Peak
old.
came out like a year ago. It's a
Yeah,
Netflix
more
show.
than that. It was
I'm
more than
thinking
that.
of,
It was more like 3 years ago, but yeah.
the front
it's very
side
recent.
is reminding me of
2015 it came out.
the front side's reminding me of the ghost in the library of Ghostbusters. Like if it was the same actor but totally different.
It might be. But anyway, back to our perception checks. Let's see, I've got one for Grayson. I've got... That's a survival check. Yeah, I've got one for Grayson. I've got one for Lily. I've got one for Wilhelmina. There's one for Lucius and Galen. Can you roll me your perception check, Paige? And also
yes, sir.
Nocturnus?
Yeah, I was distracted. My apologies.
Grab a glass because there's going to be a flood. Oh god.
Paige and Nocturna.
Yep.
Well,
Alright, so Wilhelmina, you are the only one that notices that there is a kind of audible splash that comes from that room. And Grayson, you didn't notice the splash, but you are close enough that it's impossible for you to miss the fact that as you kind of take a step to the side to address Lily and Paige, that there's a slight splooshing underneath your feet, and you look down, and there's a small puddle of blood starting to form around the base of the door.
Oh, jeez.
It's gonna
I
come
hate it.
through the door.
I don't want it.
He's gonna turn towards the door with his shield and his sword ready, and he goes, I was just trying to avoid this one. I don't think that's happening.
Alrighty. So, you see that the red liquid beneath the door starts to come a little bit faster. It starts to bubble and froth as though it's gushing. It's not only coming from underneath the door now, it's coming from the sides, from the keyhole, it's dripping down the front of the door from the top of the door. There's a great rushing of water. You feel you hear and feel the room that's containing the bathroom start to creak and groan ominously. Everybody, what you doing?
Grayson points and he goes, no, run, run out of the spot shown.
All right, what
Open
is
the doors. Open the double doors.
No,
Paige
run.
is opening the doors!
Paige throws open the doors.
And she's gonna pick up Lily and go in.
Paige throws open the doors, picks up Lily, and runs into a very large, kind of elegant-looking bedroom, which has certainly seen better times. Most of the items in here are covered with cobwebs and thick layers of dust. There's a massive 4-poster bed over there, and this thing on the floor is a tiger, not a bear. But I couldn't find a tiger skin when I was making the fucking map. But it's a tiger, not a bear. And if you draw on it, I will end you.
I know. Oh, no.
I'll end you.
It's a brown tiger.
Felix having ideas already.
I was gonna say, I know what I have to do, but never mind.
I'll end
Don't
you.
worry, I'll do it. I'll invoke Dureth.
No!
Anyway, you run into the room. I will hurt you.
Paige is gonna set Lily on the bed.
That ain't even me. That's the funny part. Okay.
Paige sets Lily on the bed. Anybody else doing anything?
Lucius, gets standing next to Grayson, looking at the blood door, and also arms himself with his swords.
Grayson like pushes Lucius and is like, run.
Lucius follows Paige and Lily into the room.
Okie dokie. Lucius runs into the room.
I'm following the group. I'm gonna come. Oh, wait.
Wilhelmina beelines it for the door.
Yep.
I guess if everyone's going in there, he's gonna go in there. Grayson goes in there prepared to close the doors behind him after Gallon and Nocturna follow, and then he closes the doors.
You close the doors, and as you do so, you hear a resounding boom, and there is a rushing that sounds like thousands of gallons of water thundering. The entire room shakes violently, as though a deluge was rushing past it. You see up against the 2 small stained glass windows that make up the uppermost portion of the doors, you see them awash in bloody splatter as the blood, thousands, millions of gallons of it, hammers against the door. A little bit of it comes through the bottom, but the doors hold steady, although they too creak and groan. It takes several minutes, perhaps even 5 or 10, for the deluge to finally subside, and all you can hear is a low, hollow drip, drip.
Well, that was nightmare fuel.
I thought I'd step up my game for you guys this time.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so now Lucius is like, alright, we should probably recheck that room now that all the noises simmered down.
I would check the room we're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lily's on top of it. She's got her 7. She sees everything.
Lily, with your 7, you notice there's a book on the bed.
Book. So she's going to be very sneaky, trying to look at it before anybody takes it away from her.
That is for Paige, and this is for Nocturna.
Okie dokie. So Paige has a 15, Nocturna has a 12, Grayson has a 4, Lily has a 7.
Perceptions?
Yeah, perceptions.
Great. Gallon has a 5, and Lucius has a 3.
Paige is gonna carry the perceptions. So, Paige, you look around the room. The dust is heavy in here. Nobody's been here in a while. You notice that there's a large 4-poster bed. The one that you have set Lily upon is covered with a rich red velvet quilt and sheets that have all seen better years. There are moth holes here and there amongst all of the bedclothes. A moldering book sits atop of it, and the wood that it is made from is a deep, rich mahogany. You see two identical wardrobes against the wall next to the bed, both of which look like they are quite old. And they were well made, however, so they have not suffered much of the ill effects of time other than dust itself. There is a small table and chair set across the way in this sort of alcove off to the side, and a door against the wall here, and another over here. The table has what looks like a tea set upon it, and several small plates of perhaps a high tea long past, moldering naturally. There is a fainting couch over here, a beautiful chaise lounge. All of the windows are coated in long draping red curtains that match the quilt. There is a I will hurt you people. There is a beautiful little vanity over here with a mirror and several pots of what might be makeup from some time long past. There is a what looks like there might be a music box sitting on top of it. And there is, of course, a fireplace over here, which is lit, as most of the other fireplaces in the rooms that you have come across have been. This one, however, is a little bit dimmer than the others. The fire is burning low, and it's only just casting enough light in the room that it's easy to see by. Who the heck is tapping their microphone?
That might have been me since I'm doing it on my phone. I was
I
Uh,
see.
my bad. I apologize.
Lily's trying to read the book.
Alright.
Well, Paige will point out the items of consequence that she sees right off the bat, and then she's gonna walk over here and look at the music box. And
Okey-doke.
not
Paige heads for the music box. Lily, the book. Roll an investigation check.
I can do that. Does it have pictures? That's probably what it is.
There
It probably
is-
doesn't have pictures.
So, while the insides of the book are very moldery and completely ruined, you can't make out hide nor hair of what it was once about, the picture on the cover is still very, very much legible. And it is a picture of two very pale-looking individuals, two very not pale-looking individuals with very long front incisors, gazing longingly into each other's bloodshot red eyes.
God damn it.
One is reaching out with long black clawed digits to gently caress the more female-ish looking of the two of them. And it says, Twin Fang Peaks, Love's Point.
Lily holds it out. They're hugging. Oh my god.
So it's not a readable book.
Not a readable book.
Oh. Lily says,
Unless somebody can cast that repair spell, maybe.
well, Lily doesn't know that exists. So Lily's just like, this book is broken, and just puts it back, drops it on the bed.
the look at Gallon. Gallon will actually look at the title of the book, and it says you just said it. I know it's like Twin Fang Peaks.
Twin
something.
Fang Peaks Love's Point.
He sees the title, contemplates it, like, I don't know if I have the magic that can fix this. If you need me to roll deception, I will.
Lily doesn't know that spell exists, so you don't have to roll deception.
If she knew it exists, she'd be like, really? Are you sure, though?
Lily's gonna run over to see what Jeannie's doing now.
So while this was going on, yes, you were investigating the music box page. go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Well, I will do that, and then I can also do another thing if you like.
What is the other thing?
Duh. I can do both if you would
Oh,
like.
nice.
I think we're gonna stick with your investigation. Just because I don't want you to have to waste a spell slot on this. Because it is not magical.
That's true. Okay, cool.
At least this one isn't. Alright, hold on 1 second while I find the contents of it again. Hold on. Alright, so this jewelry box is made of silver. It's a bit tarnished with age. It has gold filigree surrounding it. It looks like it might be worth quite a few gold coins if sold in the right place. When you feel around with your digits upon it, they depress one of the more decorative kind of scroll workings on the side, and it clicks and click, 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 opens. And
Cool.
as soon as it opens, as is the nature of most mechanical items of this sort, a small, very elegant looking ballerina comes up. She's actually built much in the way that Paige, you yourself are. She is very porcelain, very pale. She is wearing a beautiful black tutu, a little bit longer than the style that one would expect, a little bit more Victorian. She has beautiful kind of cornfloss golden hair, topped with a black bow. And she looks like a doll after your own model, actually. And she begins to dance. Unlike other music boxes where the ballerina will just spin in a small circle, this one appears to be independent of the box itself. She performs a small, slow, sweeping dance to the sound of tinkling little music that comes from what must be a recording dial that you yourself might be able to utilize if one were to put it within your cylinders. You notice inside of the music box there are several golden rings, about 3 of them to be exact, and there is also a thin platinum necklace with a shining orange stone inside that, with your stored amalgamation of knowledge, it takes you only seconds to recognize as a topaz. And even less seconds to recognize as one that your sweet Evangeline had worn at one point.
Ooh. You guys see as Paige holds this thing up, and she looks to be extremely careful with it. As she holds it in her palms, her long, sharp fingers arc over it, almost like a bird cage. And she just watches this thing, and then the longer she stares at it, and the longer she watches it dance, she eventually snaps out of it, does her search, finds this necklace, and you see possibly the first actual emotion appear in her expression. It's very faint. It's just a slight rising of the brows, a slight widening of the eyes, a slight parting of the lips, and she just sort of... She was here.
Wait, she says that out loud?
Yeah, she said that out loud.
She was here.
And Lily goes, "See, we gotta keep looking."
And then Paige is gonna remove the rings and set them on the desk because they don't fucking matter. But she's gonna take the necklace and she's gonna keep it in her... Actually, she's gonna wear it. She's gonna wear the necklace. Keep it safe around her neck.
Can I look in drawers?
Yes, you may look in drawers, Wilhelmina. You go ahead and roll investigation check for me. Those of you who were interested in the music box, you watch as Paige silently takes the necklace and clasps it around her own neck.
This music box was on this desk thing over here, right?
Yeah, it's a vanity. It's got little pots,
Okay.
like if somebody would do up their face with makeup and that kind of thing. Wilhelmina, it's an investigation check. Perception is for when you're looking at things far away and trying to see what's going on. Investigation is for when you're getting up close and personal and looking through like drawers and stuff.
Grayson's gonna check out the
Dang, those natural
fireplace.
20s.
Go for the net. Wait. Oh my god.
Lily's going to take the shinies, because no one else took the shinies. She'll take the shinies.
Lily starts
Yeah.
picking up all the rings and putting them on her fingers. None of them fit. They're all huge.
And then Paige is gonna walk over to the chaise lounge and just sit down and watch the dancer some more.
Yeah, after Gallon kind of just... Gallon's kind of just been a little absent-minded lately. But kind of realizing that there's a lot of attention drawn to this corner of the room, he'll look over there. Does Lily leave any of the oversized rings on the desk first? What does Lily do with the rings?
She's wearing them and just kind of twirling around in circles with the ballerina.
And you took all the rings?
Well, yeah, because they're beautiful.
And Paige didn't investigate any other part of the desk. She just took the music box that was sitting on top of it and then pretty much got involved in that. So
You can always ask nicely if you want to see the rings.
that's true.
Yes, may I see it? Just at least one of them.
Corby
Okay.
is caught up and they'll be free in maybe 30-ish minutes.
So Lily
Excellent.
looks at which one that she likes the least and hands it to him.
Which
They're
one
all-
would that happen to look like?
They are all identical rings. They
Well,
look-
there's one that it's a little different, okay?
There's one that has a slight dent in it. Yeah, you give that one to him. So
Which?
they're all identical rings. I will explain them to you in a moment, but first we're going to cut back over to Wilhelmina because she was investigating the drawers and she rolled a nat 20 and I need to tell her what she's found. So anywho, Wilhelmina, you start going through the drawers. You find mostly it's moldering clothing for the most part. You go through one wardrobe and it has what looks like very stylish, or at least what would have been stylish back in their day, suits and draperies and clothing for a very stylish lordly man. The other appears to have much similar clothing, but for a woman. She seems to have a very severe cut of the bodice, so she is extremely rail thin, almost sickly in nature, it seems, just from the size of the clothing that she wears, and the number of corsets that there are. In addition to these things, you do find a drawer full of cufflinks for the man. They all have the windmill stamp upon them. That you have seen in so many places here in the house itself. There is, in fact, a portrait of the windmill above the fireplace that Grayson is investigating. It's a portrait of the windmill on a rocky crag with lightning flashing behind it to highlight it. The cufflinks are gold and silver, and a couple of them appear to be platinum. They all have the windmill stamped upon them. And in the drawer of the woman's wardrobe, you find a smaller drawer with brooches. All of them appear to be either cameo brooches with portraits of people, kind of a silhouette emblazoned upon them. There seem to be all the silhouette of the same lady. You're not sure who that lady is, but whoever they are, they have a very severe pointy nose. And there are also brooches which have that windmill design upon them. You find 3 sets of cufflinks, and you find 3 or 4 intact brooches.
I will pocket the cufflinks and the brooches for potential future use.
Okie dokie. Do you try to disguise this that you have pocketed them, or are you just putting them in your pockets?
I'm just putting it in my pockets, not saying nothing.
Okay, so are you trying to make it so that they do not see you put them in their pockets? Because if that's the case, you're going to need to roll a sleight of hand for me.
If someone pays attention, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine.
Okay, so you don't care if they see or not. All right.
Nope.
You put brooches and cufflinks in your pockets. Grayson, you are currently investigating the fireplace. The
Yes.
fireplace looks like it has been cast in black obsidian stone with bronze inlays, making these beautiful kind of plumed designs going up the sides of it. The fire is not quite as stoked as they have been in the other rooms where you've had such fireplaces, but it was burning, if not just very low when you came into this room. So it seems this part of the house, like everything else on this floor, is in a lot more disarray and disrepair than the lower floors are. The fireplace itself does not appear to have any significant or secret areas to it. There's no buttons to press or compartments to extricate from the ashes or anything like that. But you do notice that the patterns on the fireplace tell sort of a story of what appears to be two children lost in the wood. It starts on the right hand of the fireplace mantle and runs to the left, and you can sort of see their journey through the woods, as first they are accosted by wolves, then by witches, and finally they end at a end all the way over on the left at a large castle on a cliff, and they are cowering beneath the shadow of a bat.
Okay. Grayson is just kind of like study these images for a little bit and contemplating on them as the other people do their things.
All right. And Lucius, what are you doing?
Lucius is getting a little antsy. He kind of wants to open the door to see the blood room,
Are you opening the door?
but he kind of doesn't want to go alone.
Do you remember that we have glass, like stained glass on the doors into this room, and weren't we saw the blood kind of flooding up, like what? I'm guessing chest or eye level on the stained glass.
Eye level.
Eye level to this room on the doors you're right in front of.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
It's flooded up with blood eye level to the doors you're right in front of.
If you are getting antsy, Lucius, there are two other doors in this room, as well as a table with a tea set on it that nobody's explored yet.
I'm going to go to the table with the tea set.
Alright, so you head over to the table with the tea set. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Yes, please roll an investigation for me. I love outsourcing my problems to other people.
I get the feeling that even if you were back at your computer at this point, you would not tell Gallon, and he'd still have to do your rolls for you.
Next week. Ah, darn. Still not working.
You said perception, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a total of a 7 for a natural 6.
Darn.
And I really suck at perceiving.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Alrighty. So
I did a
it's,
dumb, so one moment.
Say what?
BRB, I'm listening now.
Okie doke. So it's a table. It's got a tea set on it. Did that used to be tea? It's all moldy and icky. Was that a scone at one point? It looks like a really icky, gray, moldy brick now. Ugh.
I am done with the tea set. I am done with the tea set.
Alrighty.
Ugh. And
And,
so now, I'm in front of the door right now, right?
You are in front of the door, but we're gonna switch over to Gallon because he was about to explore that. He was about to inspect the ring that Lily had handed to him. So you look
Okay.
at the ring; they're all the same, pretty much, all three of them. They're just simple gold bands. One side of them, the side that people would be able to see, has nothing on it. It's completely smooth. The interior of each ring, however, has a series of carved, intricate-looking runes.
On the outside of the ring, right?
Inside of the ring, where one would
Inside?
be, where it would be hidden, where one to be wearing it.
Can I impose a roll on myself?
Yes, of course.
Since they're simple gold bands. I'm gonna do a perception with disadvantage so they even see those runes on the inside of it.
Okay, sure.
That's a natural 8 and a natural 5 for a 7.
Yeah, you do not notice you do not notice the runes.
I focus very heavily just on the, like, well, I say I focus heavily on the ring, but just kind of like fiddling with it. And I'm just, especially since it's a simple gold ring, Gallon is very lost in thought and very like unaware of his surroundings, which is unusual so far through most of this house. And even if anyone were to like interact with him, it'd probably startle him at this moment.
Well, you're lucky Lily's right there.
He looks completely out of place right now, like unaware of like anything within like a couple of feet of him.
Lily's just kind of like waving her hand in front of him and like, hello.
Grayson
he's
will,
unaware of that.
Grayson's gonna put a hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Hey, dude, you good with that ring?"
He's so and then kind of just looks at the ring real quickly again, and then just pockets it, like absent-mindedly, like yeah, sorry about that. Or no, let me get back in. Yeah, sorry about that. Have we found it? Have you found anything interesting yet?
No, just these carvings of children getting lost in the woods and chased by various things.
Also, I'm gonna take you out of the fire, Grayson, because you're concerning me.
Oh.
You're in a tiger butt.
A tiger rug?
I only
Tiger
put my token there so I could see myself above the drawing.
Oh, how did you do that?
I changed it to the map layer instead of the token layer.
Awesome.
Hooray! Now
Yeah, we can see it.
So
I have to do with each individual stupid thing.
Move the tokens out of the way. Take the select tool and highlight all of them. Like click, drag all over, and then you can move all of them to the map layer.
Hooray!
Also,
There.
Lily is just kind of pouting at Gallon because he took one of her shinies.
You ask for it back, he'll probably give it to you.
Probably.
But you don't. That's up to you if you ask for it.
Grayson,
Like he probably forgot that you were there.
like Grayson asks again, like, are you sure you're okay? You seemed, I don't know, entranced by that ring.
Yes. No. Yes. Old memories. That's all.
Okay.
You can
do you
insight
want-
that if you want to.
Yeah, I was gonna give you an insight or perception check.
That would be an insight check. Perception is for things that are happening. Insight is for trying to figure somebody out.
So there's also I said
Lily,
perception
he
for a
just
certain
really
reason.
likes rings. Lily, he just really likes rings. He likes
I
shiny
did say-
objects.
I
He's like
did
a
say
pro.
perception for a specific reason. I think if you look at my backstory, you would know why. Misha.
Alright, I'll go look again.
Well, Lily's just
Or I
like,
can DM
fine.
it
If
to
he
you, too.
wants,
I'll DM it
if
to
he
you.
wants that one, he can have it. I'm gonna go over here and have a tea party with Lucy.
But the mold.
I just don't need it.
Alright, I will be there. I'm going to the other chair. Moving to the chair.
Okay. Yeah.
Over in Paige's corner, something creepy
No,
happened.
it's still an insight check. I'm looking at your bio again, and I don't see anything that would make
I
it...
DM'd you. I DM'd you. If he can put 2 and 2 together to grant a perception check.
I think I know probably what it is, but I mean, Lily doesn't. Lily has no clue at all. But I think I might know what you're
Well, no, because
hinting at.
he's not looking at that. He's trying to figure you out. That wasn't what
Okay.
he's looking at.
No, that's fine then. No,
It's
that's
a
totally fine
perception
then.
check.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, not a perception check. It's an insight check. Sorry.
That's the only reason I thought maybe perception.
No.
But the
He was
perception
trying
would
to-
be if two and two together.
He's not inspecting your body. He's trying to figure out what's going on with you. Anyway,
You broke him.
Grayson,
Isn't there a door?
there is a door. Yes, hold on. Lucius was about to open that in a minute. So Grayson, as you're looking at Galen as he says this, you can see he's very troubled by something. Perhaps even you would think sad.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him if I can see the ring. Grayson is curious and seeing if maybe if he looks at the ring he'll know, but he doubts it.
All right, and as you are going to ask him about the ring, Lucius, we're gonna switch back to you because you were trying to open the closet door.
Okay, I was playing with the tea set for a little bit. Now I'm gonna open the closet door.
All right, you reach out, you grip the handle, and it slowly opens. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, yes. Please make me a perception check. Love outsourcing.
Perception check. Got it.
Too bad I'm very bad at these.
Yes, you fucking are. I told you you can go to digital dice if you want.
It is a door.
It's a natural one for a total of a 2.
Oh my
It
Had
is
his eyes closed the whole time.
All right, so Lucius, you open the door and you peer into the closet, and as you peer into it, it looks like a black void of nothing, as though the door of you opened just goes on forever and ever into pitch black abyss of night.
Lucy, you should open your eyes when you look in there.
Yeah. Then Lily points out that your eyes were shut the entire time, and you open them, and then you embarrassingly make another perception check into the closet.
Yeah. I didn't notice. Oh.
You closed your eyes reflexively, just because of everything else that's happened in here. You just closed your eyes reflexively, and you didn't realize you'd done it.
Yeah, like I was like I opened the door, but like bracing for impact, and so like as I'm cringing, my eyes kind of closed.
There's nothing in there.
Nothing in here.
All right, Lily's turn. She can percept into the closet.
Oh, wait a second. Perception check. I missed that.
No, it's okay. Lily's my eyes now.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh,
at that.
okay. That's a 12. That's a 12. On the second perception, if there is one.
So the closet appears to be full of what look like cloaks that are hanging there upon the line.
Hide, wolf boy, hide!
Say what?
I said hide, wolf boy. It's his nemesis. I'm never gonna let wolf boy live that down, and I'm never gonna let Gallant live down the
Close.
Those are the two things I'm never gonna let them live down. At least the thing that almost killed me was like a scary ghost thing. They got downed by a cloak and a broom.
Okay, well, I got down by nearly
By
down
soup.
by the ghost and a broom.
And a soup.
And
I was actually down by a broom and a soup. Nearly down by a ghost.
All right, so what happens is this. So you open the closet, and you see that it's full of what look like cloaks. There's some boots on the ground, a couple of hats tucked onto the top of the closet shelf. And Lucius, you notice that there is a mirror on the inside of the closet door.
Do I need to roll a perception roll to look through at the mirror?
No, you already rolled it. It's a 12 now. So you look at the mirror and dang, your armor looks really cool. Yeah, you look really good in this mirror. Ah, man, look at that flex. Hey, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not good at these either.
Oh.
Perception. Wait, what check?
Wisdom
Wisdom.
saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw is a natural 18 for
Not bad.
a wisdom save.
You said
Right.
Natural 13?
18 wisdom save, right? Or
Uh-huh.
wisdom.
And what's added to that or subtracted from it?
Subtracted is a 17.
So it's a 17. So there's a moment in time where you feel like if you just stepped into the mirror, you could be with that perfect specimen of lizardly coolness that was just as wonderful as you are. And you see it raise its hand and reach out and reach through the mirror, offering you its hand. Where you blink rapidly and shake your head, and it's just a reflection again. Everything's fine.
Well, thank fucking God. The one time the die roll rolls good for you is important.
Lily closes the door because she's like, cloaks!
And then Lily closes the door.
It's
And says,
okay.
"Let's look
It's
at the
okay.
other one."
No, wolf is weakness, not ours.
And then you remember your
Excuse me,
pretend
what?
puppet robot girlfriend.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, that was my excuse me, what?
Yeah, no. Here's what happens. Here's what happens. As you're about to reach out and grasp your own hand of the grinning dragonborn in the mirror, a picture of your beloved's beautiful features runs
my
through your
God.
mind. Her mouth open, that long tongue extended, ready to blast acid at brooms. Her spider-like limbs fully elongated, neck snaking out as the finger limbs extend even further into sharper, spearing points. And you feel a twinge in your heart as you know, no, you cannot leave her for the mirror world. And then as you draw back, Lily shuts the door quickly to prevent that horrible thing from taking you away from her mummy and breaking your perfect family dynamic.
Oh my God.
Paige, what did you do?
He started it!
Yes, he did.
No, it was a harmless thing that got blown out of proportion.
Too fucking late. Also, your character probably didn't notice this, but Paige also did this. Paige nonchalantly pulls off her porcelain chest plate, opens up her chest cavity, puts the music box inside, and closes it all up again. Nobody suspects a thing.
Well, like, what is she gonna do? Put it in the pockets her dress doesn't have? Come on.
My dress has pockets. Come on.
You haven't been roaming Barovia for years and fighting zombies.
Centuries.
That's technically years, and I just didn't say how many.
I had something to add. I don't even know if it was for Gallon or God knows what, but it won't add up. It won't add up.
Is there another door here?
There is, yes. Are you going to go over and try to...
No.
After,
Wait, you don't want to continue our bullshit?
No.
Oh my God.
As Wilhelmina finishes rooting through the wardrobes and finding all the shiny bits there, she comes over to the only door that nobody else has opened yet, and proceeds to open it. No, Lucius, you're still recovering. It's Wilhelmina's turn to open a door.
Sit, Lucius, sit.
Is this an Inuyasha thing? Do we need to get some prayer beads and put them around Lucius's neck?
Oh my God, I hope not.
I'm gonna make that an artifact.
Hey, who's going to Midwest Fur Fest?
You?
And you! Actually, 3 people in this chat
I'm
right
proud
now
of
are
you
going.
for embracing your scaly inner nature.
Oh my
Good
god.
shit.
Moving on.
That's actually a reaction spell, just so you know, Wilhelmina.
Yeah, you don't have
He's
to
ready to
cast.
react.
Yeah, you don't have to cast that unless something's coming at you.
Yeah,
Basically,
you can cast that
though.
literally last second. And
Yeah.
I think she meant for it to like prepare spell in case something does happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can. Well, a
She's ready to
reaction.
react.
Yeah, a reaction doesn't need to be prepared. It's just instantaneous, whether you're prepared or not.
It's literally like you being reactive, like bitch,
Like-
back.
like s-
Go.
Spell coming for you, you throw up absorb elements, basically.
And
It's like
backhand the spell away from you.
kinda, yeah.
We'll see then what's behind here.
What's behind door number 3?
All right, so this
I don't
door
know what
is
how many doors it's been so far.
this door is another one of those lovely little stained glass appeals, so you can actually see out of it before you have to open it, and it appears to lead to a porch. There are mists creeping up and over the banisters of this porch. Do you wish to open it?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So you open the door and you step out into the night air. And you are currently on a small balcony porch overlooking the mist-covered lands below it.
Can I look down?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check, because this would be more perception than it is investigation. You're trying to see if you can see beyond the mists.
Nope.
No. These mists are thick, and you are quite familiar with them. While you are able to travel to and from Barovia unhindered with the rest of your stunning brethren, seeing through the mists is not something you can really do very easily. You are guided more by an instinct and a knowledge that your Vistani heritage allows you to be able to feel your way from one plane of existence to another within the Dread Realms. So you can't actually see through these mists. It appears as though they are encapsulating the house. The longer you look at them, though, the more sure you are that you can see faces in the mist. Howling visages, cringing, sneering ones, gritted teeth of snarling beasts. And although you've never been disquieted in the mists before, as you knew that as a Vistani, the things there were bound not to hurt you, you feel like within this place, the rules might not apply anymore.
Can I throw a torch?
Yep, you reach into your bag, you light a torch, and you toss it out into the mist. You watch it end over the balcony and start to fall below. Its light engulfed by the mist, so it's sort of a dimly glowing splotch within the swirling white and gray. And it slowly goes below and down and down and down, the light slowly fading before it flickers and winks from existence, while it's no more than a pinprick. Now you know you only went up 3 stories, so that does not make any kind of sense.
Well, my 50 feet of rope will do nothing.
Doesn't seem like it, nope.
Alright, I will remain on the balcony for now.
BRB.
Okie dokie. So you lean on the balcony looking out at the mist for the moment. Alright, what's everybody else doing?
Age wants to take this chair and prop it against this door to prevent it from being opened from the inside.
Did Galen ever give Grayson that ring?
He said BRB, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I do not think so.
I don't think he had done that yet, and I don't know if he was intending on doing so because he didn't say anything yet.
Well, he said that if somebody asked him for the ring, he would probably give it to him. So
Okay.
I apologize. What was that? I heard something about me.
Grayson asked you for the ring, Galen.
Oh, Grayson asked for it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Galen would probably reach into his pocket and reach into the pocket he put it in, pull out two rings, inspect them, and give Grayson the one he was focused on, and pocket the other one.
Interesting. Grayson will take note of that for later, and we'll proceed to investigate the one he was just handed. Kind of semi-convinced that the ring kind of entrenched his friend. Well, the only one he may be able to consider a friend in this party. But,
Hey, Nocturna hasn't done anything to him yet either.
no! Him and his Galen buddy have had some friendly banter going on. Oh, well, I guess he's had that with Nocturna, too. So the three of them...
Gun/spell point in sessions, what, 1 or 0?
So this would be more of an Arcana check on the ring itself if you're trying to figure out if it's enchanted.
Yep. I keep closing the sheet because I'm not smart.
Okay, no. All right.
We'll click to minimize.
Yeah.
So the ring. Damn, dude. So the ring itself does not appear to be enchanted, but as you're examining it, you do notice that there are several runes carved on the inside of it. You recognize them to be, while very crude and in some cases wrong completely, a facsimile of necrotic runes by somebody who practices the craft of necromancy and dark magic.
Grayson's gonna hold the ring, hold it up, and be like, "Were there any more of these?"
And Lily looks over if she can hear him. She's jumping on the bed right now.
You can hear.
And it says, "Yep, there was 3."
I don't recommend wearing those.
Why? They look so pretty.
They have necromancy carved on the inside of them. Poor necromancy, but nonetheless necromancy.
What does that mean?
Bad stuff. Bad stuff carved on the inside that can hurt you.
Oh. I'll put it in my pocket then. And she puts it in her pocket.
He will then proceed to pocket, I guess, the one he has in his hand, afraid to give it back to Galen.
You do this.
I'll come back inside and inform everyone. We're unable to leave from this entryway. I have thrown a torch down below, and it has gone more than 50 feet. As of such, I do not know how we will escape from this house.
Well, I think we discussed one time, like, the whole...
Excuse me, but 3 floors and over 50 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot
How big are the ceilings?
No,
I'm sorry. I gotta focus on this. How big are the fucking ceilings?
Is this Galen saying this, or you?
Right.
I don't even know at this point.
It's magic. It's magic.
Imaginary.
So what happened was, I'm not sure if you were AFK while I said it, but Wilhelmina lit the torch and threw it, and she watched it until it was completely out of sight. Yeah, it's more than 50 feet from what she saw. In fact, it's probably more than 100 feet considering how long it took the torch to disappear. and it didn't even really disappear. It just went so far she couldn't even see the light anymore.
She heard no thud or anything of the torch hitting the ground.
And
That's
then
right.
what does Wilhelmina say?
Wilhelmina said that we can't escape that way. Right?
It's
Uh,
more
I
than 50
thought we
feet.
discussed that the best way to get out is to go up and keep climbing all the floors.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there was something going on with my dog. That's why I was very, very distracted.
That's
That's
okay.
alright.
Paige turns to Wilhelmina and says,
That is quite troubling. You are quite sure?
I'm sure. I watched it for a long while.
Then it would likely be better to bolster the door. I doubt anything can come up that way, but I expect nothing of the normal variety from this house any longer.
Same.
I agree.
Grayson's kind of go. Let's try the secret passway going up. If not, there's got to be a basement to this place. The letter said there was.
And Lily says, I still think it's up. The basement's on the top, and the house is upside down.
Speaking of the letter, have you shown that to anyone yet?
I don't recall.
I don't think you did.
No, I know I mentioned there was a letter just talking
Yeah.
about a basement, but I don't think I showed it to anybody.
Yeah, I know above game that we found a letter and a bunch of official documents. And did we find anything else in that chest?
magic scrolls, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And books.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone figure out what those scrolls were?
Nope, they're in my
No.
bag.
Oh, in your bag. Okay.
Yeah, they were given to Lily because nobody took them, and then Lily just hasn't done anything with them.
Okay. So Gallon probably doesn't even know about the scrolls then. Okay. Just want to check in on that. All right then.
Also, just Lily is also. Well, I'm just gonna say Kathy's curious. Is there something over here, or is it just?
That's a window, right?
No, that's just a window. You know how those really cool window seats are when you're in Victorian building and it kind of curves outward a little bit? It's like
love
that,
that.
only there's no window seat there because it's at the head of the bed for people to peer out at it at the
Okay.
big
Oh,
window.
I know what you're talking about. Those are really
What-
cool.
Yeah,
my
I love
uncle
those
had,
so
my
much.
great uncle had one of those kind of windows, but it was like 3 big windows instead of just one.
What that is the world's greatest hiding spot for hide and seek.
Yes.
Dang.
Grayson is gonna go here and check underneath the bed.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I am the one hiding under your
Paige
stairs.
is gonna take this
Teeth
chair
grow
and
sharp
block this
and
door.
eyes glowing red.
Alright, so you take the chair and block the door as Grayson gets down on all fours and lifts up the heavy bedclothes. It's dark beneath the bed, dust collected
no.
in various places, smushed into the corners. You see out of the corner of your eye a skitter as a tiny spider scrambles out and away from your view. You have disturbed its rest. You don't find much beneath the bed, but what you do find disturbs you greatly. There's just the fairest flicker of light colored bone. Yes, that's a femur and a skull and bones. This entire bed, underneath of there's just bones. Cavernous skulls stare back at you, ribs off in a corner with gnawed-on looking markings. That's a thigh right there, a spinal column, cracked, marrow sucked clean. There's bones beneath this bed, hundreds of them, old, new.
Grayson's gonna pull out a bone from under the bed and be like, Lily, just get away from the bed.
I'm hiding. You don't know where I am.
Roll a stealth check, Lily. Roll a perception check, Grayson.
But out of character, I'm fucking terrified.
You know where she is, Grayson.
Lee, come on, let's get
Oh,
away from the bed.
fine. She goes over and sits on the couch.
I don't trust anything in here. And he kind of holds up the bone. It's like it's been gnawed on, chewed, sucked clean.
Is that an animal bone?
Nature check.
No.
I don't.
You said there were skulls. I just assumed
There
human.
were skulls, but I mean, not all bones are the same. Don't be racist
That's
against bones,
true.
Grayson.
I just automatically assumed human. What?
Private
Mostly
tiger.
humanoid.
Ooh,
Humanoid.
humanoid.
Nature check.
Nature.
You're pretty sure that that is a human thigh bone, maybe? If it's not a human thigh bone, it's something that looks like a human.
If it's a thigh, not cat, but thigh.
Actually, this would
argue
be a
that-
medicine check, actually. I am very sorry. Please roll again as a medicine check. I'm being stupid.
I love the meme you just posted.
Yeah,
That will make me buy that right now, actually. No joke.
We have an
For
artist
the
in the
viewers,
party.
for the viewers.
We have an artist in the
Nope, I
party.
already got it up.
Okay, awesome. No, it's the perfect meme. It's a perfect meme. That's how
Yeah,
you
you
combat the
artificial
monsters
baby.
under the bed.
Yes.
Send a Roomba. Send a Roomba.
So
Roomba with the knife.
you're
Roomba
kind
with
of you're kind of shaken. You can't be 100% certain, but you're pretty sure it's a human thigh bone, or at least a humanoid thigh bone, some kind of sentient creature's thigh bone.
It's human. I think I don't know, but
It's not an
something's
animal.
eaten them and left them here.
Everybody
Then-
go ahead and make a perception check really quick.
Perhaps said creature will be returning for its prize, and perhaps we should move on before it does. It's for Paige.
And that for Nocturna.
Damn, you're all really bad at percepting right now.
All of us?
Yeah, Gallon and Lucius as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I did roll
Uh,
that natural
Gallon-
one.
Gallon is a 13 and Lucius is an 8.
I think
So-
Gallon has the highest roll of all.
Gallon
of us.
is the only one that hears it. There's a low rumbling growl starting to echo in the room. And then
Everyone get off the tiger. Everyone get off the tiger.
I DM'd you with my real life personal experience on what Grayson found. I almost said Gallon. I knew I was wrong. But your ruling trumps also. Just kind of.
I didn't say what the age of the person whose thigh bone it was is.
Yeah, no, that's another factor as well. Hence why I said long enough.
Awesome. Okie dokie. Anyway, nobody but Gallon hears this, but you do hear a low rumbling growl coming from somewhere in the room, and it kind of feels like it's near you.
Okay, I would be facing towards most of the party. Behind me, left, right, front.
Oh.
In front of you. In fact, maybe a step or two in front of you.
Guys. I don't know if any of you else heard that. I heard growling literally right at my feet.
There's a tiger.
There is a
I
tiger.
take out a crossbow and I shoot the tiger. I take out a crossbow and shoot the tiger. I'm not messing around here.
What did you say, Lucius? I couldn't hear you talking too fast.
I'm taking out a crossbow and I'm shooting the tiger.
You take out
Not
your
messing
crossbow,
around.
you shoot the tiger. Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me on the tiger.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
Oh yeah. Yep. You got a plus heavy crossbow, right?
It
Yep.
is prone, so you're going to be
Also
rolling.
giant. Come on.
Welcome
prone means disadvantage when you're shooting with ranged weapons and ranged spell attacks.
That was a 16 for the first roll,
Mhm.
and that is a 14 for the second roll.
Hell yeah.
So the
Come on,
crossbow
we need to
bolt
talk.
thunks into the tiger skin rug, which promptly is going to leap to its feet and let out a deafening
Yep.
Hello!
and that's where we're gonna end for the night.
No!
Oh!
Wait. So does Lucius hit with a 14?
Yes, I said he hit with a 14.
How much damage does he do? It's a
I
D10,
didn't tell.
right?
Yeah, we could figure that out next round. But I thought that was a great thing to end on.
The
But it's
deafening
only
roll.
11, 12.
Yeah, but how are we going? We can't do it.
Only.
We're not doing an entire fight scene.
It's 7v1. It'll end in 2 rounds.
You wish.
I don't know. Sounds like a really buff tiger.
Do you remember the broom?
Which ended, okay, fine, in 3 rounds, but the party was split. Party was split on that one.
Okay. Even if it ended in 3 rounds, 2 people got downed.
By a broom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
We
you got
literally
to
walk
watch it.
in.
You got to
And you
watch
think
it
it's-
all.
And you think we're gonna do better next week or in 2 weeks against a rug?
Guys, I was gone for
It's cloaks, now rugs.
Yeah, it was. A broom attacked a bunch of people, downed them, and then by the time Grayson walked into the room, there was nothing there, and he was like, "What's wrong with you people?" and just walked out.
What happened? What happened was what happened was is that Paige went to a broom closet, walked in. Broom got 2 attacks on Paige, did over 9 damage, downed him. No one else. Like the people that did see, like Gowan, Wilhelmina, and I think one other person, or maybe it was just
It was
Gowan and
Nocturna.
Wilhelmina. Gowan, Wilhelmina, and Nocturna saw this. None of them did anything in the first like reaction to it. So Gowan was like, "Fucking fine, I'll do it." Walked into the room, got hit twice for over 9 damage, fell down.
What?
But yelled out like enemy contact. Lucius came in, but luckily Paige got Tasha's caustic brew on it, so it was dealing damage every round. Thank fucking God. Thank all the gods.
You're just
I
lucky
would've been
brooms
fucking
don't
dead
have
by now.
arms to brush acid off of themselves. Anyway, before we continue with the explanation for Nocturna, Nocturna's player has been away in case y'all hadn't guessed out there, and we've had the lovely Paige relaying their messages and whatnot when they were able to play. But we thank you all for watching tonight. We hope that you will join us in 2 weeks' time for another episode. And please feel free to join us either this Friday for the next episode of Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons, or this coming Sunday when hopefully we'll be doing Starfinder with Vaughn DMing for us again. I look forward to playing my beautiful rat child once more. And from all of us here at Barovian Nights, good night, and check under your bed tonight.
With the stabbing Roomba.
With the stabbing Roomba.
Have a
Okay,
short
good
sword ready.
night.